that we have a streaming platform where an online television is ongoing there on YouTube and Facebook as we go conversational. Now, what are we looking at today? Right? It is Magdoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative. For all of you, or if you are that one person, as I suppose you should be, concerned or thinking about how to find prominence in the aspect of agriculture, not just agriculture, becoming an agripreneur, not just that, becoming a part of a fast rising, historical, revenue generating sector. That's talking about the agriculture sector in Nigeria. Well, you should indeed give ears right now as we have our guest who is here in the studio as we're going to be looking into a topical issue, agribusiness, collaboration in sales and marketing. Our guest is Comrade Isaiah Alabi. He's an agricultural expert and agripreneur. So the Magdoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative recognizes the importance of collaboration in promoting sustainable agricultural practices and increasing food production. So one of the key areas of focus is agribusiness, collaboration in sales and marketing. And Comrade Al-Labi is on here already. Good morning. Welcome to you, Comrade.
All right. Again, good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, listeners. And again, it's nice to be here in Eagles FM. Good morning, my presenter. It's been a while.
Been a while. You stepped out of town.
Definitely.
You're back. Okay.
For a while now, I have to travel out of the FCT, go to Ogun State, to Lagos State, to Edo State. I will be mentioning that because of the...
in the course of the conversation. All right. Well, Comrade Alabi, Isaiah Alabi, is agribusiness collaborating in sales and marketing can play a crucial role in promoting sustainable agriculture practices and increasing food production. I mean, by working together, farmers, agribusinesses, and other stakeholders can share resources, expertise, risks, leading to increased efficiency and profitability. I mean, this is something that you had said in the other times that you've been here.
Yes.
And we decided to take out that quote right there and quote you. So, but anyways, let's look at the potential benefits. And let's also look at the agribusiness. You're talking about agribusiness collaboration in sales and marketing. Would you want to unwind all of this? You know, let us know what exactly this is.
Let me make that statement. That will be very clear to our listeners.
Awesome.
What we want to discuss, that I intend discussing with my listener this morning, is agribusiness in sales and marketing.
Okay.
Now, what do I mean by this? I've got to understand that a lot of people want to actually go to agribusiness, but the reasons of it, they don't know how to go about it. So, we decided, after a series of consultation, we decided that what we're going to do is, okay, we're going to open our floor, we're going to open our door for people to come for collaboration.
Okay.
Now, in the collaboration, in the sense that we are going to enter into memorandum of understanding. We're not going to do it blindly, such that at the end of it, it will either be lopsided or unfair. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to have a roundtable conversation. We're going to have a kind of discussion around how we're going to do about it, because so many people are actually interested. And again, I want to apologies. I want to say this. I want to appreciate everyone that have been calling me for like a week now. I've not been in the FCT. I have to travel to the Abuja. So many people be calling me. And I want to say I appreciate all of you. Those who have been to my office, the secretary gave me the feedback and all that. It was very massive and impressive what you're doing. Even when I was not there, it shows that you people are really interested in this project. I think I need to appreciate you people for that. Now come back to the conversation. Now I've got to understand that nobody succeed as an. Everyone you see up there is a product of someone's effort. And we have got to understand that in our organization, I think it is important at this point in time that we open our doors for collaboration. We cannot know it all. Over the week, last week I traveled. I have to go to Ogun State specifically, I have to travel to Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta to see one of my mentor. On getting there, it was another thing that he opened my eyes to, and I got to understand that most of the things that we even thought that we know much about, we are just still learning. So therefore, I decided that, okay, what I'm going to do is to open my door for collaboration, is to open our business, our initiative for people to come. I said, this is the area they think or feel that they can fit into. Now, like I said, I have over the time understand that sometimes when you are doing some things and you don't allow people to put the plus and minus to all you're doing, you may be driving wrongly. So I decided that, okay, now after that consultation, I have to travel from there immediately. I have to go to Benin. I have to go and see one of our partners in Benin who is into agri machineries, agri equipment. So we had another lengthy conversation as regard to how we can do this before coming back to Akure. So many other things, one or two places that I visited at the course of my going to the south, and I'm back to the FCT by the grace of God. So we've decided that, okay, what we're going to do is, if, for example, you have an existing agribusiness you are doing, and maybe profitable or otherwise, and you feel that there is need for you to expand your scope, the first thing is to reach to us McDowell Food Security and Sustainability Initiative. Over the time, sometime about two or 3 weeks ago, I said here, by the grace of God, we've reached out to the Federal Minister of Agriculture, we've reached out to the Minister of FCT, and the six area council in the FCT. I was impressed yesterday when someone called me that the civil service in the in the area council are resuming, particularly our children in the primary school, which I'm not really happy about. When I heard that news, I was so impressed that, okay, good, these children are back to school. It shows that, okay, the local government, the area council will start working, and I can promise that by the grace of God, tomorrow, unfailingly by God's grace, we are going to visit all the six area council before the close of the day. That's the first assignment I'll be facing tomorrow by God's grace. Nice. So I'm going to touch all the area council, starting from Mabaji to Gwangwalada, to every part until we go to the municipal here and every other area council in the FCT. So by the grace of God, that's an assignment that we are trying, because we have a letter already for them, and I think now that they are back to their offices, there is need for us to rejiggle what we have actually, the effort we have put in place to ensure that what we actually plan is materialized. And what is that plan? The area of collaboration. What we tend to do is that many of these agencies and ministry of that are related with agriculture and agribusiness, we intend to see that how they can sponsor their groups, how they can sponsor community peoples in the training we are planning ahead to organize. And don't forget, like I said, so many people have reached to us, so many people have registered with us, so many people have subscribed to our initiative, and by the grace of God, they will be getting an SMS and WhatsApp message today or tomorrow as regard those who have registered with us before. But those that will be joining afresh, like I told you, when you reach to us is with a cause. And the reason for this is that we said this so we put it so open throughout the month of June that by July, this will be the cause, and it's going to be very relatively something that everybody can go along with.
Right. That being said, now let's talk about formal partnerships between farmers, agribusinesses, and other stakeholders. Can it provide a framework for collaboration? I mean, we'll look into that. This might be the structures, for the conversation: partnerships, joint ventures, contract farming, market research and analysis, training and capacity building, and all of that. What do you have to say in view of all of these?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, you see, every business that you are involved with, that one is involved with ordinarily, as it metamorphosed from one stage to another, and that is the reason why there is need for training.
Right.
That is the reason why there is need for capacity building. That is the reason why there is need for collaboration. That is reason for having a kind of partnership and relationship. You know, a lot of people today, when you mention competitors with them in business, they feel somehow. And I want to openly tell you this morning that until you have a competitor in the market, you may not be doing well, because you think the best you can do is what you are offering, not knowing that you still have a lot ahead to be achieved. So what we are trying to say this morning is that we are hoping for capacity building, and majorly we've determined, and we're not going back about it.
Okay.
You know, we're going to provide the kind of training and workshop that when after this training, after this workshop, after this seminar, by the time you return, like I said, it will be certificated. By the time you return, you have somewhere to run to when you are having issue in your business. I've got to understand a lot of people today, when they hit the rock along the line of their business, they run back. That's not the best way to go about it. Sometimes you just have to fly over these challenges. Sometimes you have to crush them. Sometimes you have to make a hole just to ensure that you keep moving. If you cannot run like Martin Luther Jr. said, that if you cannot walk, run. If you cannot run, fly, and all that.
Yeah.
Just ensure that you are moving, and that is most important thing to us. That we have to move from the point, from the level we are today in Nigeria, in the area of agriculture, and move forward. You see, the truth remains that we are far behind.
Okay.
You see, in my church, in this my limited time of spending in the FCT, I've discovered that we still practice agriculture just as the way we practice it in the 80s, in the 70s, which is not applicable anymore. A lot of people, when you even want to bring this kind of changes to them, they will be afraid. They say, come on, is it not going to crash? See, you are secured. One of the businesses that is so secured is the agribusiness that you can mention. You know, I was coming along and I saw the level of massive flooding along. And that is the reason why, as a farmer, please come to us. Many a times, when you borrow money to do business or do agribusiness, just think that after tilling the ground, after putting your bells, your pig and the goats in the place, you think they are secure. No, the place of insurance is there. These are things that we're going to discuss. These are capacity building. These are areas by which you, as an individual who practice agribusiness, we have the kind of what I call rest of mind. A lot of people today, when they approach bank, financial institution for one facility or the other, immediately they get this facility, you discover that it will be difficult for them to go to bed because they are nowhere secured. That is the area we are looking to in McDoyle while we are opening our door for collaboration this morning.
Right. Well, you already heard it from the CEO and the chief collaborator himself. I'm talking about none other but Comrade Isaiah Alabi. He's an agricultural expert and an agripreneur, right? Now, this is not just your regular potential farmer. No, that's not it. Now, he's one who has gone through the different courses. He has gone through the different terrain. He has gotten collaboration home and abroad with peoples, resource persons who are indeed very well in depth and knowledgeable when it comes to matters of agribusiness or agripreneur. And he's saying that, hey, come one, come all. Come with your collaboration, come in sales and marketing and learn the ropes. That is easy. Easier than what you see or what you think it is. It is easy. All you have to do is to also have a mentor such as him, right? And of course, he'll guide you through the processes. But then there are also some other potential benefits. One of such would be increased market access. So this collaboration, this call
Definitely.
is providing farmers, agribusiness with access to new markets and customers.
That is where the area of sales and marketing comes.
Right.
You see, the fact remains that you cannot remain where you are and think that you've gotten the best. Because the only thing that is constant in life is change. And the change, it could either be forward or backward. You see, I apologize to those who will ask me that, why are you so interested in this agribusiness? Oh my God, something crossed my mind. That just crossed my mind. Okay. And I think, over I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, I was bereaved of one of our dear son from my village, who happened to be the director of agribusiness in Federal Ministry of Agriculture. His name, Engineer Michael Adegbenro Adebi. It's so disheartening that when we needed him the most, when he when the Ministry of Agriculture and the department in Nigeria as a whole really needed him more, the more he just passed on. Honestly, it was so painful when I heard about the death, and I want to use this medium to send my condolence to my father, Adebiyi, my village from Idogun, who happened to be someone who believed so much in me, who, when I was going through a very difficult challenge, then he always come to me, call me and stay with me, even follow me to everywhere I go to. It's so disheartening that we're experiencing this kind of terrible situation in Idogun. It's a prayer that will not happen anymore in my village. It's very disheartening, and it's a wiki will be coming up in Wuse Tuesday next week by the grace of God. All our team, by God's grace, McDoyle Full Security, will definitely be in that service of song in his house here in the FCT Abuja. Now come back to he was the director of Agribusiness, and it's very disheartening. But coming back to my conversation, the concept of sales and marketing in McDoyle is different from the one we are used to, in the real sense that, you see, we've got to understand that many a time what you need, Mr. B may be having it in excess. What the same Mr. B needs, you, Mr. A, may be having it in excess. So when you have this when you come along this value chain, we'll provide the leverage for you to have access to what exactly you need in your farm. We'll provide what exactly you need in your factory. We'll provide what exactly you need in your business, which is majorly, again I said, majorly related to agriculture. We don't do business outside of agriculture. Right. And that is why today I want to say openly that by the grace of God, I have been able to sit down one-on-one with one or two persons, one or two partners who are actually interested in the sale of agric equipment. Is it tractor, any kind of agric equipment you need, just call my number. Now, you don't necessarily need to be individual. It could be a cooperative, it could be an association, it could be a community, it could be a company. We have some of these equipment new and fairly used, in large numbers. Now, that is where the area of sales comes in. That is one. Number two, if you are within the FCT and the state, maybe you are in Benue State, you are in Kogi State, you are in Niger State, you are in Nasarawa State, and all the rest, you can just reach to us. If you have any farm produce for sale, we will come directly to your farm to buy it. By the grace of God, McDoyle is off takers. We will not just leave you at that. We will ensure that we are planned with you for the upcoming dry season farming. So that's why the area of sales comes in. And number three, if you have an unused land, I remember some times ago I mentioned this. So many people have been calling me. I want to have it. Someone called me that he has a palm tree farm and all that. Someone told me he has rice, he has all that. I said, there's no problem. All what you need to do is just give me the available time that you'll be available for us to visit. We are opened. And by the grace of God, we have written letters to the Nigerian Police Force. I've written out to the Civil Defense, SCDC. I've written letters to Nigerian Army and all the rest. We provide. Don't be bothered the way we'll get to your very location. You can be very sure that we are coming in the reasons of it. And I'm very I'm very serious about it. We are coming. Just reach out to us. Tell us what exactly you have available for sale. Maybe livestock. Maybe is it goat, is it pig, is it birds that you have in your farm, and you want to ensure that you want to sell them massively, just call on to us. I'll be releasing my number very shortly. You can just call us and reach to us. And if you cannot get my number, call the studio number in Eagles FM. Now, definitely your details and data will get across to me. Right. So what you just need to do is to reach to us in McDoyle Food Security and Sustainability Initiative so that we can collaborate with your what we have for sale, and we'll market those equipment for you, and you can be very sure that the sky will not even be your limit.
Right. But let's get the number already so that the intending collaborators would indeed have that number and call.
All right, my numbers. I use two numbers, MTN and Glo. The MTN is 0062217902. The first number again is 0062217902. And the second number is 08054784612. I call again 08054784612. So when you call us, we'll definitely have a roundtable talk. I gave so many people an appointment. I gave some people an appointment last week, and I was not able to meet us. So we have to go on. We have to organize a virtual meeting with them. Those who they know this, and already some of them are even getting across to me right away. So what we just need to do is look at what exactly do you need in your farm. Any equipment you need in your farm, just mention it, send it to us. We'll see the way, we'll give you the, and I want to say that we are not saying, like I insist the other time. You see, by the grace of God, everything we have been doing, it has come from our sweat in McDoye Food Security. We don't bill anybody for anything for now, and I made both to say this by the grace of God. Okay. And as we go into collaboration, money is not our priority. Our priority is to give you service. I strongly believe, I don't know the reason why every time I've said it in different forums, and I'm saying it, that until you have a service you provide, you cannot be expecting an answer to your prayer. God listens to prayers, but He expects you to provide a service to back it up with answer to your prayer. So what we are doing, basically in McDoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative, to ensure that there is food security in Nigeria. That is my vision. That is my purpose. That has been from my childhood. I was to those, some people are listening now who can bear witness, those who followed me to who came with us and do video virtual meeting with us in when I was in Akure. They videoed my farm. I numbers of women came around, and to the glory of God, these women were they were praising God, not me. So we have provided this leverage because I understand what it means to be hungry. And until we are able to feed ourselves as a nation, we will not be able to maximize the capacity and the ability that is inside it all. I believe every Nigerian has seed of greatness, and that seed of greatness cannot sprout out. It cannot germinate until there is something to put on the table in form of a food. And that's why McDoye Food Security is outside. We want to ensure that we have food security in Nigeria. Not that you have food to eat today and there will be nothing to eat tomorrow. We want to have more than enough. And that is why that's where the area of sales and marketing comes in. I said it sometimes ago here that if you want to export any of the Nigerian agri-produce, please reach out to us, because I have discovered, it was so disheartening. It was a national embarrassment when we, sometimes around 2019, 2021 again, when we package our yam for export, and it was rejected. It was not because our yams are not good. It was because it was wrongly packaged. That is where the area where McDoye Food Security comes in. Will provide you the right certification, the right processes. And again, I want to say this before I can see that, I have said it out without number. I am not interested in your result. A lot of people will call me and say, hey, you have a wife, you have so another, and this thing you are gathering, you are putting for everybody. I said, what interests me is your process, not your result. But the unfortunate thing in Nigeria is that we don't have processes. We've bastardized all our institutions, and that is why there is corruption everywhere. You can trace our record. We have the track record by the grace of God. At the point I mentioned people, I mentioned institutions, I mentioned names of people that we've collaborated with before. My name is Comrade Isaiah Labi. Ask me. You see, by the grace of God, what interests me in the process that take you from that point A to point B. It's not for you to just come with the result and think we celebrate in McDoye Food Security. No. What we are interested in is your process. And that is why agribusiness is a business that has to do with from point A to point B, from point B to point C. We don't jump from point A to Z like we see around in the country called Nigeria, very disheartening anyway. But the fact remains that you and I, we can make things work and provide food for every Nigerian.
Right, with you and I, we can make things work and provide food security with Magdoya Food Initiative, Security Initiative right there, saying that, look, food with us is a sure banker. Now, I'll give you the number again, 0806 221 7902. Take it again, 0806 221 7902 or 0805 478 4612. Giving it to you again, 0805 478 4612. Let's head out, catch some breath. We'll be right back.
Are you passionate about agriculture and agribusiness in Africa? Magdoya Food Security Initiative is here to empower you. From Afro-centered agribusiness and agro-allied enterprise development to training workshops for farmers, we are committed to building sustainable value chains. We also provide funding support, farm inputs, and expert guidance across all stages of the agricultural process. Tune in to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Wednesday from 11 a.m. for expert insights, success stories, and actionable tips to transform your agricultural journey.